What's up, good people? Who wants to talk flying spaghetti monsters? Demons? Darkman? Alright. So, I just found out about flying spaghetti monsters. I always used to call my experience that, even though apparently there's a religion based around some spaghetti and meatball monster. This is not what I encountered, but yeah, so I had one experience with something like this. Only one. I've had hauntings, ghost type of experiences, but nothing like this. This was a full-on experience. I was probably 16. I was sleeping in on a Sunday morning, no responsibilities. If life was good, I could hear my mom cooking breakfast downstairs. I could smell the bacon. Mom's bacon and eggs. Oh boy, I was ready for it. But I was lazy, so I was laying in bed, just enjoying the sun kind of creeping up the side of my window in my room. My door was closed, and it was great. Everything was great. A beautiful spring day. I think it was spring day. It started to get warm outside, and things changed. Immediately, I could feel something like a thin note that you could barely hear. But not right like that. But that was how thin the change was. Very subtle, thin, but noticeably different in a bad way. Didn't know what to think about this. I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden, through the crack of my door up at the very top, by the ceiling, the smoke started coming in. I don't know, man. It was crazy. It kind of was coming in, and it would congregate, or a group cluster together about 3 feet in from the door into a bigger mass. And all I could describe it as is like, when you see like the old school Peanuts or Snoopy cartoons, and something would happen, and you'd see like the little pencil drawings of like a cloud with lines. It was like that. It literally was like that. A little more mass to it, but that's the best way I could describe it. So it started building, and I didn't know what was going on. Am I hallucinating? I know I didn't do any drugs or smoke any weed, right? This was crazy. But there it was. Was I hallucinating? Every fiber of my body said, this is bad. This is terrible. I just didn't know anything beyond that. So I'm laying there, it's coming in, and now it's done. It's this massive smoke in my room, the top of my ceiling, and it starts coming closer to me. And now every hair on my body is standing up. I know this is terrible. This is evil. This is evil. I know that. It kept on going through my head. This is evil. This is bad. But at that point, I couldn't move. I was frozen. I didn't know what I was seeing. I didn't know what to do. I knew it was evil. That's it. Bad intentions. That's what kept coming through. So it was starting to get closer to me. It started like it was hovering. It was coming over to me. It was kind of by my feet at the base of the bed. And every inch it came closer and closer. I was like, oh no, I have to go. I have to run. I have to get away from this thing. But I couldn't move. I was trapped. I was paralyzed. And it came over my chest and started kind of hovering there for a bit. And I felt something grab a hold of me. And I knew I had to fight every inch of my body. I had to just fight this, but I couldn't move, but I had to fight. I think I could turn my head a little bit, but it started pulling on me. It started pulling on my chest, and I just knew I had to break free. This thing had me, and I had to break free, or else I was going to die. That's what kept going through my head. And I fought, and I fought, and I fought, and I'm pretty sure at some point I was, calling out to Jesus, and it pulled and pulled, and I was pulling and pulling, and I was like, I gotta break free, help me, and then at the last second, it broke free, and let go. Now, mind you, when this was happening, I could literally feel my heart, something in my core of my being tugged, being pulled. That's the best way I could describe it. So it broke free. Once it did, I was able to, you know, get some relief, let out some air. It started to recoil and retreat backwards, and literally went out exactly the way it came. And as soon as it went out, the whole room lit up again. It was back to springtime, warm. I could hear my mom again, the bacon smell. Life was good again in an instant. As soon as it left, that darkness, that evilness left. And I was exhausted. I could move then. I didn't know what the heck happened. I probably was sweating terribly. I mean, this thing was trying to attack me. Now, once that happened, over the years, I kind of looked into things, asked other people, hey, you know, does your mom or dad have any stories of this, or your culture, your religion, you know? Try to describe this to my friends and other people. And the closest I got was a friend of mine from Jamaica. His dad talked about something like this. Like, oh yeah, this was a real thing. It's something that comes to test you or whatever it was. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a name for it. I just call it the smoke monster. But I found it really, really interesting after some of my other spiritual enlightenments, if you want to call it that, or experiences. And I was researching things that I found out about that silver cord that connects your body and your soul. And as soon as I read that, I thought, oh, what this thing was trying to like take my soul, like try to yank my soul out of from my body. You know, I mean, I wasn't the best teenager. You know, I got into mischief. I wasn't practicing dark arts or anything, but you know, has anyone else had that issue or encounter? Is it just me? You know, am I marked? Was I marked for some reason? Like, you know, am I a bad person? You know, these are all things that go through my mind sometimes. Like, maybe I am a reptilian. Anyway, let me know what you think. Bye.